What's up guys, my name is Brent. I'm one of the co-founders of ShareGrid, and today we are going to talk about how to make money renting out your gimbals on ShareGrid in 2018. This year has been a huge year already for gimbals. We're seeing a ton of rentals going out, but we're gonna focus on two items in particular. Can you guess? The DJI Ronin 2 and the MoVI Pro. So before I go into tips, I wanna talk about some numbers. This is live data that I just pulled from ShareGrid about the DJI Ronin 2 and the MoVI Pro. So here we go. The Ronin 2 averages a rental a day for $409, whereas the MoVI Pro is actually a little bit less, it's at $382, but they're basically both around $400 a day, which is not a bad deal. To dive deeper into that, the MoVI Pro actually costs $6,500, whereas the DJI Ronin is $5,000. So DJI Ronin actually costs a little bit less than the MoVI Pro. But here's where it gets interesting. The Ronin's average replacement value is $12,892 on ShareGrid. So that's almost $8,000 more than just its retail, which is $5,000. The reason why is because a lot of our members package it. They put in extra accessories and batteries. They put a ready rig in there. They might even add a small camera to it. So that's why the replacement value is so different. But for the MoVI Pro, the average replacement value is about the same. It's $11,336. So if you were to take these average replacement values on ShareGrid and the average rental prices, here are how many days it would take to make your return on an investment. So for the DJI Ronin, it's about 31, 32 days, which isn't bad. And for the MoVI Pro, it's roughly 30 days. I ran some numbers. The MoVI Pro and the Ronin 2 are actually almost neck and neck in rentals in 2018. For the last 2 years, the Ronin itself, the original Ronin, was dominating. In 2016, it was the #1 rented item on ShareGrid. 2017, it dropped to the 5th place. When I looked into the numbers as to why the Ronin dropped in 2017 in terms of rentals, it was primarily because the MoVI Pro came around and a lot of the rentals actually started going that way. And now we're seeing in 2018, the Ronin 2 and the MoVI Pro are neck and neck. So I'm not saying the Ronin 2 isn't a great investment. It's a wonderful investment. It's an amazing tool. They've done a great job, but I'm noticing there's a little bit of shift. I think the word is out that the MoVI Pro is an amazing gimbal. So to drive my point, I actually pulled a case study and pulled some data of a really successful ShareGrid member who bought the MoVI Pro last year at this time. So from last year in March to now this year in March, they have made $5,705.25 renting out their MoVI Pro. Now, if you were to take the retail value of the MoVI Pro, which is around $6,500 if you were to buy the bundle, that means that this member should probably have this paid off when they rent it from ShareGrid, or rent it through ShareGrid, by this May or June. So you're looking at about a 14 to 15 month time span from purchase to having the MoVI Pro paid off when you rent it through ShareGrid. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty amazing to hear about. But that is just numbers, right? How do you get there? How do you rent this stuff? Here we go. I want to talk about some tips on how to best rent this out to then make your return on the investment. So number one, don't just rent the gimbal by itself. I looked at some of our members, some of our Elite and our Pro members that do really well renting out their Ronins and their MoVIs. And why is because they have extra batteries, they have extra mounts, they have extra accessories that makes the rental experience so much easier and so much more attractive when they know that if they're getting this MoVI Pro, no problem, when they go to pick it up and they go to prep it, you're gonna have everything there for them to fit their needs. That's huge. Number two, I sound like a broken record, but everyone that's doing well with the Ronin 2 and the MoVI Pro, they have original photos. I don't know what else to say, guys. Shoot original photos. If you rock these things on set, just ask one of your buddies, give them your iPhone. Take a really cool photo of you on set flying one of these things. Okay, number three, everyone that I saw that's renting out these gimbals and that's doing really well, they also own cameras or lenses. And to further that point, they rent out these gimbals with the camera and the lens. You don't have to always do that, but to give a package deal with your Alexa Mini or your Red Epic, whatever you might have, I don't care what it is, it could be a C100, doesn't matter. Number four, and this is a big one, invest in the Ready Rig. If you don't know what the Ready Rig is, the Ready Rig is almost another way to help support the camera. Your arms can't hold out 20, 30 pounds, even 15 pounds like this for even 20, 30 seconds. It's really exhausting. The Ready Rig takes that weight off of your arms by having these extension arms connected to the gimbal, and it redistributes all the weight to pretty much your hips, your legs, the rest of your body that can handle that kind of weight. It's kind of like what the Steadicam does, but it's an incredible investment. I looked it up. The Ready Rig stripped down is around $2,000, but you can get some more accessories and things that are pretty important for $2,600. Number 5, offer tech support. I actually don't know a lot about the Ronin. I don't know a lot about the MoVI Pro. I haven't shot with it a lot. And when I do get my hands on these things, they're not easy. A lot of people have this misconception that they're kind of turnkey ready. You can, rent a Ronin and put a camera on it and you're good to go. No, that is not the way it works. These things are kind of crazy. They have a mind of their own. You need to balance them. You need to make sure that the payload is right, meaning the weight, meaning you're not putting too much stuff on the gimbal, otherwise it may fail. As an owner, you hopefully know how to operate these things. So when someone comes to your place of business or your house, spend a little bit of time. Be patient, go through the gear with them. It doesn't cost you anything. It costs you a little bit of time, but you build a relationship. It's all about that. All right, that's it. Look, I understand these gimbals can be a little pricey, but if you follow this advice, if you follow these tips, you're gonna do well and you're gonna make your return on an investment in about 30 days. And then after that, the rental money is just icing on the cake. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this inspires some of you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Leave comments below. I love responding. And thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to get out there and start creating.